Couldn't be more excited for this, Gordon. I could not be more excited. If you told me 5-6 years ago when we were starting to project what would the end of Eliud Kipchoge's career look like, and you said, in 2023 he's going to run the Boston Marathon, I'd say, man, I wish he would do it earlier. Could he do it earlier when he's more in his prime? But he's still in his prime.
This came off world record.
Yes, this will be his first marathon after the world record. This could not have worked out better. I don't know if this was all part of a master plan going back 5, 6, 7 years for Kipchoge, like when he first started the marathon, or if it just came up by happenstance. Either way, it's going to be great to see him. Greatest men's marathoner of all time on the most iconic course in the sport. The field against him is going to be good, although I think most people just want to see Kipchoge versus this course. That's what they want to see. They want to see him on the hills in Boston. They want to see him going for it on Patriots Day. What was your reaction?
Yeah, I mean, it was like finally he is starting to go down the path of completing all the majors, right? Because we keep on saying like he still got to do Boston, New York, still got to do it, and then he chooses to do Berlin instead of saving it for New York City. And we're like, all right, is he going to go back to London again when it moves into the spring? And you just keep on thinking, when is he actually going to do it? Like, we keep on thinking he's going to run up against Father Time, but excuse me. We finally have like the begin. Is this safe to say, is this the beginning of the end?
No, this is just the beginning of him exploring a little bit. I don't think this is the end at all.
I feel like it's the beginning of the
What
end.
else did he have to prove at London? Berlin, we think, is faster than London, right? That's where he goes to get his world record. So he would have just got he could have gotten another course record at London, but it's been there, done that for him. And I think for Boston, it means he really is sincere about checking off all the boxes, about winning all the majors. I don't know if this guarantees he'd do New York in the fall.
I think it. See, that's why I think it might be the beginning of the end, because I think he does Boston now, then he does New York in the fall, and then he does Paris 2024, and then you're done.
Yeah, it could be, but also.
But then he's like, I'm doing 2028 LA. And
he just came off the world record. The world record just happened. We're not like peering 10 years back into history to figure out when this guy broke a world record. I just think this is so. It's unique to running, right? Because you have multiple majors at the same time. So there's not always a guarantee that you're going to get to run all the different marathon courses throughout your career. And looks like he's going to be able to do that. And you want to see these all-time athletes at the all-time venues, right? Imagine if in tennis, all 4 majors were in the same season. And it's like, man, one of these times I want to see Roger Federer play Wimbledon. Or I want to see Serena Williams play in New York City or at Roland Garros. Like, you're getting the athlete matched up with the appropriate stage and appropriate venue. And in the United States, there's nothing bigger marathon-wise than in Boston on Patriots Day. Yeah. That's it. That's the pinnacle. That's what you want to see.
I'm excited to see Eliud Kipchoge's pitching form when he probably is going to pitch out the first pitch on the day after.
Yeah, you're already moving forward.
The Red Sox,
Oh, you think he'll do it before?
The day after.
Oh, okay. He'll win, and then
Tuesday.
Yeah, he's 95 right down the middle.
Yeah.
The Red Sox will probably be in need of a closer by that point anyway. So let's just bring in the man. It is cool though. It's going to be a legit field. Now, I know
there's no such thing as a legit field against Kipchoge.
Yeah, you're 100%. I agree with you. It could be Kipchoge versus nobody in Boston, and I would tune into a stream
Kipchoge time trial?
Yeah. I've seen 2 of those before, and I liked season 1. Season 2 is even better than season 1. Season 3 in Boston, where the whole goal is to go after Mutai's course record of 2:03:02, which, remember that was a crazy weather year, right? So that took the wind at his back the entire way.
I like that you had that memorized.
Yeah, well, for a while that was the fastest time ever run, but it wasn't record eligible.
Yeah.
And then luckily we didn't need to say that because the record got faster than that. But that was such an outlier time. But 2:03:02 for Kipchoge, it's not an outlier time. I still think he will need cooperation from the weather, and we don't know how he'll play this race in terms of, hey, am I just going to run this like an Olympic race where there's no rabbits, or am I really going to go for it? But it's in play. It has to be in play.
Okay,
it's Kipchoge.
Talk to me like I'm 12. No, talk to me like I'm like 8.5. So obviously when the 2:03:02, that was like the fake world record.
Yeah. Fastest time ever run.
But that wasn't
a marathon. Yeah.
Yeah. Does this mean what I'm about to say is going to sound stupid?
That's okay.
Right?
Earlier today, you asked me. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. We don't talk about earlier today. If 2:03 at one point was the world record,
yeah,
and the world record holder, not just a world record, but a guy who's on sub 2, would Boston Marathon course be sufficient for him to like run even faster than his PR?
So it depends on the weather, right?
Okay. So if he had perfect weather, would he be able to run peak Kipchoge time?
You talking about faster than 2:01:09? You talking about 1:59:40?
1:59:40.
Yeah. Okay. So Mutai 2:03:02, his second best time, he ran a 2:03:13 in Berlin. So I don't think there was that much of a gap between those. But
it was 10 seconds faster. So what's 10 seconds faster? I
mean, yeah. But
what I'm saying is, if we had perfect weather, would Kipchoge shock the world?
I don't think we're going to get a 1:59.
Okay.
I think if we do get the crazy freak weather that just was a wind tunnel for everybody that year in Boston, but that hasn't happened since. So that's a rare occurrence, right? That was the same. What did Ryan Hall run? 2:04:59 or something like that. 2:04:58 that year. Like everybody just had out of this world.
When is the Boston Marathon?
Patriots Day.
No, like when's Patriots Day?
April.
April what?
This year
17th.
That sounds about right.
Weather, April 17th, 2023.
You can call your shot right now.
Boston.
I heard that weather forecasts 4 months in advance.
No, they do it.
They're really accurate though.
Weathertab.com.
Yeah.
We got April 2023, Monday, the 17th.
Yeah. What do you got? Oh no. Which direction's the wind going?
Precipitation forecast, moderate risk. If rain or snow does fall in the month, expect most of it to fall on the high and moderate risk days. These are not rain/snow forecasts, but weak spots in the month, which would mean more easily allow passage of a storm through the area. 55% chance of rain or snow.
But that's on December 3rd.
No, this is April 17th,
I know, but we're forecasting it on December. So we need to have a monthly update on what the weather's going to be like in Boston on April 17th.
Colt,
I agree.
Start getting out your Excel sheets.
Yeah.
It says the high temperature is 57 to 67, low is 35 to 45.
We need Colt in front of a green screen with his weather models and telling us what it looks like. It's all about...
World record's off.
No. The temperature...
I was in it for like a good 45 seconds, but then I read this forecast. I'm just like...
The temperature is important. The thing that really pushed it over the top is the wind going in the exact right direction, right? It's point to point. So you need the wind going in the exact right direction. Again, I'm not going to take it off the table because he's Kipchoge and it's happened before. But I think what's more likely is I think what's more interesting or more possible, obviously, is course record. Can he run faster than 2:03:02, even if the weather isn't that great, right? Even if he doesn't get the weather that we saw back in, 2011 during that race. Can he get it there? That would be interesting and fun for me. He has guys in this race that are legit, like Evan Chebet, Boston champ, New York champ, Benson Kiprutu, the Chicago champ. Like these are the other guys. Like if Kipchoge had retired or had Kipchoge had decided to do something else, these would be the guys that we'd be talking about as contenders, best marathoner of the year, and the top dog right now, and they're all going to be there in Boston. So this is a great field besides him. You're right. When Kipchoge's in the field, though, it's all just about him versus the course. But I do think we're all going to keep an eye on the time, at least for the first half of the race, because if it's on, it's on, because we've seen this too many times.